Hi, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
My name is Irene.
I'm
excited to be here in front of you and ask you my one question.
Yes.
Understanding.
One moment. Proceed.
Understanding that time is not linear, I want to ask a question.
Well, time can be experienced in a linear way.
Correct.
And in fact, that's usually what you actually refer to as time.
Yes.
But it is an illusion, nevertheless. Yes?
Yes. To me, this is like a romantic question.
A romantic question.
Yes.
Yes.
My husband and I, we have been talking about that in our next incarnation, we would like to meet again. And
But you understand that reincarnation is an illusion, yes? It's real as an experience. You can have the experience that you're reincarnating, but everything exists all at once. All lives exist right now. So you may create the experience of going from this life to another life and quote-unquote meeting again, but those lives already exist. Those are different people, already existing right now simultaneously with the people you are right now. Therefore, you're making connections to them energetically to download information, to download energy, to aid and assist you in this experience, just as they may be drawing upon your life experience and downloading information and energy to aid and assist them in their experience along that connective line you have made from the present, just as they have made it from their present. Whether you call that the future or not doesn't mean it doesn't exist right now. So you don't actually ever become them. The idea is that from the oversoul perspective, it might be more accurate or precise to say it that way, because the oversoul has all these extensions in incarnations simultaneously, and you could say, well, as the oversoul, I have this life, I have this life, I have that life, in whatever order you wish to linearly perceive it. But the oversoul also understands that all those lives exist all at once, and that your experience of having one life after another is just a perspective from within the linear space-time framework, but it's not an accurate description of what's actually mechanically happening. You only have one life to live.
Okay.
The idea is that as you shift yourself, as you change your perspective, you can create the experience of having other lives, but that's just an experiential perspective. Nevertheless, to address the question you asked, the idea again is you can choose whatever you wish to experience just by making the choice. It's not that difficult. If you choose to have that experience of having another life together, you can. There's nothing that stops it.
Well-being in this incarnation. Well-being in this incarnation.
You mean while being in physical reality?
Yes.
Because the incarnation is who you are right now.
Okay.
So yes, you can choose to have the experience of having another life in physical reality together as two different people. I'm just telling you that that's just the perspective and an experience of the perspective. It's not actually what's mechanically happening, because those lives exist right now. Those are two other people right now.
Yes.
Does this make sense to you?
It does make sense.
Did that answer your question?
Yes, it did. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. You may also find that you might like to spend some time together in spirit as well.
Good day, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
I had this experience on Thursday night that I had this sort of energy going through all my back and forward, back
Yes.
and forward. It lasted a long time, maybe hours.
How exciting.
And then, you know, I was seeing everything kind of blurry.
Yes.
And then I don't know, something told me, I really haven't checked the website of Bashar, but to go there and discover that, by going in there, I discovered that you were coming to Oakland.
All right.
And so here I am.
So you were being guided by your own synchronicity, your higher mind, your guides, and our vibration.
So that energy that flew down my spine, what was that about?
It was a message from your higher mind saying you need to pay attention to this synchronicity. because it will somehow serve you.
Okay.
Yes?
Yes.
It's not mysterious. These are the kinds of things that will happen more and more as you expand your consciousness. These kinds of symptoms are par for the course of the expansion, where you become more sensitized to higher frequency energies and are more capable of consciously recognizing that you're being given information. And it will usually play out in the form of synchronicity or some form of urge that guides you in a certain direction. And that will tell you that this is where you need to be. This is the energy you need to experience, to aid and assist you. But it's coming from your own higher mind, mostly.
Makes
Yes?
sense. Makes sense.
I know, that's why I said it.
I have a quick question, if you wouldn't mind. Thank you. So I've been trying to follow my excitement.
You have been what?
I'm following my
Trying,
excitement.
thank you.
So I'm working towards that path. And so about 6 years ago, I decided to drop my executive assistant job and become a pet sitter and dog walker. I did that for 6 years, loved it so much,
Yes.
worked my ass off, like 14 hours a day.
You no longer have an ass?
That said, then I got really sick and discovered at 40 years old that I had an emergency surgery and discovered that I had a congenital condition, so I had to stop that job that I love so much. And for 2 months I was in disability and stuff like that. So now I'm
Yes.
back doing this job on the side
Yes.
as I work again in an office part-time. And so my question to you is, I'm following my excitement. So that job, I loved it so much, no matter if it was less money, more
Yes.
work. But now there's this other part of me where my body cannot keep up with that excitement.
Then maybe you need to do something else.
I see.
Or maybe you need to look at how you might have been doing it and do it in a more exciting way that wouldn't wear and tear on you.
I see.
Maybe you weren't open to the idea that there may still have been some old ideas in there that you didn't realize were there, that you needed to work through. Nevertheless, you can still follow whatever at the moment is your highest excitement. And remember, the entire formula is not just act on your highest excitement. To the best you are able is the next part of the formula. Yes?
Yes.
So if you are no longer able, that's a sign that you need to make a shift and act on what you're capable of acting on that is representative of your highest excitement, because maybe it's telling you you need to make a change right now, whereas maybe you've been resisting that.
I think I have. Yeah.
Sometimes when you insist on the idea of acting on excitement, even though you're getting signals that maybe you need to make a change, then you're not actually following your excitement, because by definition, your excitement wouldn't contain the idea of something that would wear you down. Only resistance does. So in resisting the idea that you needed maybe to do something a little bit different because you were so enthusiastic just about following your excitement, regardless of what you were experiencing, you weren't really paying attention to your actual definition of excitement. Does that make sense?
Totally makes sense now. Thank you so much.
You are so welcome.
Very much.
Remember that when you act on your excitement, there is absolutely nothing that insists that it has to be forced. That's not excitement. If there is something going on when you are acting on your excitement that you need to pay attention to it. Remember that one of the tools of excitement is to bring to your attention any beliefs within you that are out of alignment with that excitement, so that you can focus on them and pay attention to them and find out what they are and let them go. Not just keep pushing through because you insist, well, my excitement shouldn't be having this effect. But if it is, it's there for a reason. Remember, even though it might bring up something you don't prefer, it's there for a reason. And if you ignore it, it's only going to get stronger until you pay attention to it. That's how it works.
I agree.
Why, thank you.
Hi, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
Thank you for being here.
Well, I'm not, but thank you for the sentiment.
I would like to have a conversation with you about my guides,
Yes?
and I think it would go more smooth if you led the conversation.
I don't think so. Now, what are you going to do about that?
Well, I figured you were going to throw me a curveball, so I'll
Are you going to guide yourself back to where you need to be?
okay, yes.
All right. Remember, as we have said, Guides are doing their job the most, the best, when they are, what?
Guiding me?
Oh, well said. When they are unobtrusive.
Yes.
When you don't necessarily know that you're being guided. When it's subtle. When they use the things that are already in front of your face, like synchronicities. When all they may need to do to get the information you need to you is just nudge you or whisper, hey, just turn left here. Then you'll overhear what you need to know. Instead of it coming with voices and trumpets, like many of you ask for. That's not the way they really do their job best. They are attempting to remind you that you are your own best guide and to start trusting your higher mind and your intuition in these things. Yes?
Yes, I understand that.
All right, well, there, I started the dialogue. Now, do you want to finish it?
Well, over the past few weeks, I've had thousands of questions, and right now, they are all eluding me. So I'll just...
All of them? Not even one little one still hanging around? You can take a moment.
I guess I'm afraid of the question.
What are you afraid of? What are you afraid will happen if you ask it?
My head will explode, and everybody around me will have to clean up the mess.
Would that be so bad? There are probably mops and brooms somewhere. Maybe a bucket or two. However,
my question, I remember hearing you say one time that you could teach somebody to channel in 5 minutes.
yes,
And
I can actually teach you that you are channeling in no time at all.
right.
Because you are.
I guess that was going to be my next question, because I started thinking, okay, there's the channeling, like you were mentioning, how we're always channeling.
Yes.
I know that I am channeling my guides.
Yes.
Sometimes
All right,
they
so
get me in trouble. But trance channeling?
well, it's not actually a trance. It's a state of heightened connectivity.
Okay.
But nevertheless, if it's something you want to do in a vocal way, as you're seeing right now, is that what you're saying?
Yes.
If that's exciting for you, then obviously the opportunities will present themselves to you in life. But one of the easiest things to do to practice is to actually have someone asking questions. Because then they act as a grounding circuit that pulls the information through you, allowing you to get out of the way, and anchors and grounds the information in them. If you're just doing it yourself, in a room all by yourself, you don't have to go into that state. You can just receive the information telepathically directly. The only reason to go into the vocal channeling state is so that you're acting as a translation device for someone else asking a question in the way that you are of us. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
So
yes.
surround yourself with some people who are willing to ask the questions. Let yourself get out of the way by not caring whether you get the answer or not caring whether you look ridiculous in doing so.
Like
you understand?
get over the weirdness kind of thing.
Yes. So just allow the mechanism to be set up properly so that, like electricity, it can take the path of least resistance through you to the person asking the question, instead of staying within you because it has nowhere to go. Make sense?
Yes, absolutely.
So you can practice that way. That's one way. Other ways may come to you through your synchronicity. Is this exciting for you to do this?
Oh, absolutely. I see a lot of people doing it, and I want to have that fun too.
Well, then go right ahead.
Okay.
But you need to do it in a way that is actually representative of the way it's actually done.
Right. I just
Yes?
need to get out of my own way, basically.
Well, yes, and you will learn things in the process. And at first, there may be some resistance, but that's all right. You'll learn. Just like with anything. Yes?
Yes.
Practice, practice, practice.
Right.
Yes?
Absolutely.
All right. Does that help you?
That does. Thank you. That's what I needed.
All right. Thank you.
Very much.
Hi, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
Thank you for speaking to you again. And I have actually two questions.
Yes.
One is my friend piggyback on me, so I have to ask her questions. Her question is, we are taking MSM and vitamin C, 6,000 to 10,000. You tell us that's good for us.
It can be.
Yes.
But again, these are permission slips. If you're attracted to use it, you're attracted for the reason that it will probably work for you.
Yes, it is working for us.
All right.
But one question is, we buy these things, MSM plus glucosamine together, and that's affect. It's not a good idea to the glucosamine, 6,000 milligrams.
You have to leave it up to the individuals as to whether or not they're attracted to do such a thing. Permission slips don't necessarily work for everyone.
So it doesn't matter if it's working for me, it's okay for me, but my friend had a question, so it doesn't matter, actually, it's okay. Up to yourself.
Yes, of course it's up to you.
Okay. That's one question.
Yes.
And another question is that I'm leaving all my family in Berkeley, my 4 children and my granddaughter, and I'm moving on to my life. I'm 67, and I'm going to the little island, and I'm kind of a little bit afraid, and I want to know, make sure if I'm making right choice or not.
Why are you leaving your children?
Because I'm tired of raising them. I'm 67. I want to live by myself. I want to find myself. Because when my kids live next door to me, and my children live very close to me, and my life is not my life.
How old are they?
37 to 47.
Have a nice trip.
Thank you. You think I'm making right choices?
Is it your highest excitement to do so?
Yes. All right.
Then if it is not the path for you, the synchronicity will show you that it's not. But at the moment, if it seems to be the path of least resistance that is representative of what you prefer as vibrational compatibility, then doing so will be in alignment with who you truly are, and making that choice will also give the rest of your family the opportunity to rely on themselves. Yes?
Yes. That's the one big main reason I was leaving.
Then that may be the best way to raise them, by no longer raising them.
Well, actually, kids raise me. I think they're done raising me, so I'm moving on. I'm backward.
All right. But again, if you're truly following your excitement, then do so. And it will be the best for all concerned, because it will give them an opportunity to decide what it is they prefer for themselves at that point by seeing the consequences of their choices in comparison to your choices. Yes?
Yes.
Does that help you?
Yes.
Because you can't really be in a relationship with them anyway if you're not actually being who you are.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
So do what you need to do. Things will change in some way, shape, or form, but you need to become who it is you truly are if you're going to have any kind of really solid relationship with them anyway. And you need to act as an example to them that they too can see that it's important to follow your excitement. And they can learn to rely on themselves and be responsible for their choices. Yes?
Yes.
All right. So again, have fun.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yes.
Bye.
I can hear you in my head, I can feel you in my body, and I'm talking to you in your body.
But you're feeling your own higher mind matching our frequency is what you're experiencing.
It feels wonderful.
Yes, it does.
My good friend Adam Dubois at truthcodex.com wanted to send his heartfelt love and gratitude and thanks to you.
Our unconditional love in return.
He wanted me to say that you are such an inspiration. He found you at a time when he was awakening, and now he is a wonderful channel.
All right.
And he's living the fourth density life.
All right.
What he's particularly glad about is that you laid out the exact steps to follow.
Well, yes. That's what we're delivering to you, the instruction manual. These aren't philosophies. These aren't opinions. These are observations of how reality works, of the nature and structure of existence. We're literally giving you an instruction manual.
And he's so excited, and he's such a leader, and he's passing it on to me. And I imagine in about 2 years' time, or maybe sooner, I will be doing similar type of work.
How exciting.
Yes, 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 yes. He said he's thrilled at all the synchronicities that are happening.
Yes. Because again, synchronicities are always happening. But when you're in a positive state, you notice more positive synchronicity as opposed to negative synchronicity. Because creation always reinforces what you believe to be true most strongly. And if you believe in the negative ideas, it can only really give you a reflection of negative synchronicity that reinforces those negative beliefs. So synchronicity is always happening. It's just that you feel like you notice it more as synchronicity when you're in a positive state.
Well, I think getting to know your body and what the signals are,
Yes.
and reaching for your happiness all the time, it's practice, practice, practice. And
Well, it's also being.
yes.
It's also know yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
So that's great. Everything's great. That's all
It
good.
is.
Yeah, it's all happening, and it's. I wanted to relay his love to you,
why, thank you.
and we'll probably be talking with you tomorrow when I'm talking with him again, because you kind of pop
All
in.
right, but again, remember, most of the conversation is with your own higher mind.
Yeah, I'm learning that.
All right.
Okay.
Then you are learning.
Yeah. The second thing is my new Russian friend, Elena Nicole,
Yes.
who I met just today. She was wondering if you would be able to tell her the date, time, and place of birth of her in this physical light, in her incarnation now. She is adopted.
Nope. It's not coming up.
Okay.
Therefore, it is not our job to do so, but something else will help her. That much we can sense. She has the help she needs. It's not our job.
Okay.
Thank you.
One more thing.
Yes.
This is my question.
Yes.
What is the importance of the Narwhal agenda or the Narwhal project for me in the past, right now, and in the
Define.
future? My higher self has been relaying this term Narwhal rule in my own personal channelings.
All right.
I've also been embodying it in my swimming
Yes.
and doing like the fin kick, like the dolphins do,
Yes.
and the whales. And so I was just wondering, what is that referring to?
Well, it's a reflection of a combination of things. It's not only the idea of a connection to serious energy,
Right.
but it's also a connection to the idea, in some sense, of nature, spirits, and magical experiences, since it is, in some sense, symbolic of something that you would refer to as the unicorn of the sea. Yes?
Yeah.
It's also that which pierces and penetrates through different ideas, different realities. Yes?
Yes.
So you can use it as a permission slip symbol in that way, by aligning with that energy and experiencing yourself piercing through the veils of illusion to experience the magic of reality and increase and expand your connections to serious energy, which can guide you.
So it's not related to any kind of a hybrid program or those kinds of things?
Not directly in the way that you mean it, no.
No.
Not that you're not connected.
Right.
Just that's not the symbol for it.
Will I meet my hybrid children? I think there was a lot of activity of me providing my genetics
Yes.
as a
There is
growing
a
up.
probability.
Yeah. Over 50%?
All right, yes.
I shall
Over
raise,
50%.
I'll raise my excitement. Well, I was just trying to sort out the symbolism. And again, I feel an upgrade just being in your presence, meeting you in the
That's
physical
because
body.
you're matching the frequency.
Yeah, yeah.
And therefore you're feeling your own energy upgrading.
Oh, yeah. So
But
that-
you're doing it.
So I can answer my own questions more and more and more.
Absolutely. That's, again, one of the symptoms of being in the preferred state of being.
Right. Oh,
Because all the questions contain the answers. And when you're in the correct state of being, you don't even necessarily need to ask the question. The information is
Exactly.
just there.
that's what I notice when I'm talking to my friend Adam at Truth Codex.
Yes.
When I'm talking to his higher self, it's almost like I don't need to ask the questions because I already know the answers.
Exactly. You always get the information you need exactly when you need it. That's why we tell you all, we don't have any memory at all of anything. We just know what we need to know when we need to know it.
So how can I raise my frequency so I'm sort of like this all the time?
You know the formula.
Okay, I know the formula. You're
Repeat
right.
it.
Just, I can't repeat it. My mind is numb. But just to follow my happiness.
I'm not going to let you get away with that.
just
Repeat
to go.
it. Repeat it.
I can't repeat your
Sure
words.
you can.
No, I can't. You're
Sure
scaring me.
you can.
I asked you not to scare me, and you said you love me, so.
And why are you scared?
Because my brain, like, here, all I know is just be happy.
Yes.
Don't worry, be happy. That's the way I interpret it.
All right.
Don't worry, be happy.
All right.
And then go from one excitement to the next.
To the
Best of my ability.
with no
Expectation of outcome. Namaste, my friend. Nice to see you in this arena.
We thank you.
All right. Love, love, love.
Yes, yes, yes.
Hello, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
So, I think you've said this quite often about following your highest excitement.
Have I?
You have.
Sounds somewhat familiar, yes.
And it sounds so easy, so it's counterintuitive that any of us would not do so.
Because most of you have been taught to think of things in a more complicated way.
I'm wondering, would I at times choose not to in order to teach myself lessons that I wouldn't have otherwise learned?
Certainly, you can do it that way. You don't have to, but you could, and many of you do. Many times you will allow yourself to experience something you don't prefer because you have a belief that says that it's going to make what you do prefer clearer by comparison. It's like saying it's easier to see the tiny little candle flame when it's surrounded by darkness. Yes?
Yes.
So sometimes you will create the darkness to make it easier to see the light. Then you can move toward the light.
So it just takes some people longer to...
So what? What's your hurry? You are an eternal, infinite being. Where are you going? What's your rush? The idea is to be here now. Because the process you're going through is the entire point of having the physical life. Life is process. The journey is the destination. There is nowhere else to get to. Here is where you all need to be. In what is happening right now. That's the most important thing. There is nothing more important than what's happening right now in your life. And right now, and right now, and right now. Nothing is more important. Because this is where you exist, here and now. If you are trying to be somewhere else, caught up in the past, worrying about the future, you're not really being here and now. And then how can everything that is existing here and now find you if you're not home? It can knock and knock and knock. No one's home. Off, flitting around, dealing with the future, worrying about the past, so on and so forth. We'll just have to wait till they come home. Then maybe they can experience more of what's here in the now.
So that'd be another way to find your highest excitement, is to live in the moment?
The idea is hand in hand, as you say. Because when you act on your highest excitement, you are living in the moment. Yes?
Yes.
And when you're living in the moment truly, you are expressing your highest excitement. They just are really two sides of the same coin. Yes?
Yes,
Does that make sense?
it does.
Anything else?
Of the room here, what percentage would you say is extraterrestrial? Just one? Well, I know one, but I didn't know if there was more.
None of you come from another planet.
Okay.
You all have connections to other civilizations, but your bodies were born on Earth. Do you understand that?
I do.
Being an extraterrestrial means you were born on another planet physically.
How do I phrase it then?
You all have connections to extraterrestrial civilizations. You all have counterparts in other societies among the stars. Other versions of yourselves, in a sense. But you all have that.
Okay.
Does that answer your question?
Yes.
From
Thank you.
that perspective, it's 100%. But that doesn't mean you are an extraterrestrial in the classic sense of the meaning of that word in your language.
Okay.
Does that help?
It does.
Anything else?
No. Thank you.
Thank you. Go back to your planet.
Hi, Bashar.
And a you good day.
Okay, I have several questions. Let's see, where do I start?
Perhaps at the beginning.
Yeah. Okay, so can you give me a practical method for discovering the definitions in my life that need redefining?
Yes. Anytime you feel an energy, a feeling, an emotion, a thought, a behavior that is out of alignment with what you prefer, that feels like resistance, that is not really the feeling or state of being you prefer, stop and ask, what would I have to believe or define is true about me in this circumstance in order to feel, think, behave the way I do? You can ask it another way as well. If I am not acting on my highest excitement every moment that I can, what am I afraid will happen if I did? Those two questions from either direction, if you are willing to find the answer, will usually put you in touch with what the belief is that is generating the feeling, the thoughts, the behaviors that are out of alignment with what you prefer to experience. It's as simple as that, if you're willing to dig down and find those beliefs and make them conscious. Once you identify a belief that's out of alignment with you, it will suddenly appear to make no sense. And as soon as it makes no sense for you to hold on to it, it's gone. That's not the beginning of the process of letting it go. That's the end. Because as soon as something seems to make no sense, you drop it. So the idea is to bring the unconscious negative belief to light in your consciousness so that you can see it makes no sense. And then it's gone. Does this help?
Yeah. Okay.
But-
Okay, actually, this is a good lead into the next question,
All
because I
right.
do have a fear here. Maybe you can help
A
me
fear
with.
of?
I have a fear of going to jail.
Did you do something?
I don't know, maybe.
All right.
I'm learning. Okay.
Yes.
My highest joy, I love to do research online.
Yes.
And what I've been learning recently is that perhaps income tax isn't constitutional for the average American. That
Well,
it was made
in a
for-
sense, it's not. Eventually, the idea is that this system will change, and in fact, the present situation may actually accelerate that in a certain way. The idea is that eventually, over the course of the next several years, the concept of income tax will be eliminated, along with the institution that you call the Internal Revenue Service. It will be replaced by a federal consumption or sales tax, which means you will only pay the tax when you decide to buy something. But the idea is that if you wish that system to change, then do something about it by joining those who are working to change it. Yes? The one that is closest to the representation that we have just named is actually called the fair tax. And it's actually a House resolution right now under consideration by your government. So you can get on board if you wish to learn more about it and all the specifics in it and how you can help join and accelerate the process of changing that system if that is something that you're excited to do. Yes?
Yes, I am excited to do that,
All right, then look up the fair tax.
and I will. Thank
All
you.
right.
And one more thing.
Yes.
What about the Federal Reserve being
What about
a
it?
private bank?
May I ask you a question?
Yes.
Do you enjoy conspiracy theories? Do you get a secret thrill from them? Do
Maybe.
you like being nervous about them?
Maybe. Yeah. Okay. That's
Why
a-
not lighten up and stop buying into the negative conspiracy theories and just do something about changing the system in the way that you would prefer to. Yes?
Yes.
Because again, remember, many institutions that operate on the idea of processing information through fear are using that as the chief mechanism to get you to believe that they are more powerful than they are. That's the chief weapon. Information that makes you believe they're more powerful than they are, which then allows you to disempower yourself, give them your power, and actually fulfill the idea that they are more powerful than you are. But they're not. They just want you to believe that they are. Yes? So don't buy into what they're peddling. And then you will see that they're not as powerful as they think, or would like you to think. Yes?
Yes.
You are your governments. That has never been clearer than today. So, walk the path that you prefer. Take the actions that are in alignment with the reality you prefer. Because that's what changes your state of being and shifts you more and more and more and more in whatever sequence you need to shift, at whatever rate and process you need to experience, more and more to the alternate versions of Earth that are already more reflective of the reality that you prefer, because you've made that change within yourself. You never change the world you're on. You just leave it for another version of Earth that's already more representative of the change you made within yourself.
On the same place?
It's not the same place. It just looks like it is, because that's your illusion of continuity. In the course of this conversation, we have all shifted literally billions of times per second through a multitude of parallel realities. But you, with your idea of space and time and continuity, make it appear as if you're still on the same planet. You left the Earth you started on a long time ago. You're no longer on that Earth. But you're creating such small incremental changes in the definition of the new Earth and within yourself that it still seems to be the same place. This is one of the symptoms and one of the experiences that most of you are going to start experiencing now in this new day and age, is a break in continuity. Again, you just experienced the big one. A break in expectation, a break in continuity that leaves you disoriented and free-floating, and realizing that you're not in the same reality you thought you were. So the idea is you're not ever in the same reality moment to moment to moment to moment. But if you keep defining it as being the same, that's the way you experience it. So the more you change the definition, the greater the difference in your definition from moment to moment, the easier it is to perceive that you're actually in a different reality all the time. Because the rate of change never changes. Your awareness of the fact that you're changing at that rate and your ability to create a different definition than before, a bigger difference in the definition than you were having before, is what allows you to perceive the rate at which everything is changing all the time. Does that make sense?
Yes, I prefer not to pay income tax, but to
I
do
heard
business
you.
with people.
But the idea is that's the system you have right now.
So I should accept that.
You accept it if you want to live in the system. But that doesn't mean you can't work to change it. Yes? It's not about breaking laws. It's about allowing yourself to change the laws, because you have that much power, because you are your government. Yes? You need to start acting like it and start working in ways that change the system to what you prefer. I'm just telling you that what you do when you do that is that you don't change the system on the planet you were on. You shift yourself to a version of Earth that already has the changed system. Because it already exists. Because everything already exists. So you're just navigating yourself to that version of Earth by taking the actions that are commensurate with believing that those things can be changed. That's the energy state that navigates you through the parallel realities to the versions of Earth that are more representative of what you prefer. Yes? That's the way to do the transition in the smoothest, most empowering way. Otherwise, if you're just rebelling, then that means you're still under their control. Do you understand?
Yeah.
It's like saying the prison guard is as much of a prisoner as the prisoner, because the guard has to stay and watch the prisoner.
Yeah.
So the idea of rebelling means that you believe they control you. If you understand that they don't, you will go about things in a very different, empowering way.
Okay.
Yes?
Yeah, okay, cool. Can I ask you one little question?
That was a question. You want to ask another one
I
now?
do. Can I? My knee has been hurting me. And
I do not
really
do
like
health
to know
readings.
what the message
I do
is.
not do health readings.
Oh, but can you help
But
me figure out?
energetically speaking,
Yeah, yeah.
you need more flexibility
Okay, thank you.
in the things that support you.
Okay.
Yes?
Yes, thank you, Bashar.
Does this help you?
Yes, definitely.
Thank you.
Thank
now, as you move through life, don't tax yourself too much.
Aloha, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
So many questions.
So many answers.
Great. No, let's see. 2003, I was in a car accident.
How exciting.
Traumatic. Yeah, it was a traumatic brain injury for 3 months. I was on Mars talking to space aliens, so I believed.
All right, so.
I got a lot of money from the car accident, but with the brain injury,
Yes. What? What did it allow you to experience that otherwise you might not have?
I trusted everybody, and so the money's long gone. But
Well, the idea is not that you actually trusted everybody. It's that you didn't trust yourself enough. Nevertheless, so what? There are many forms of abundance.
yes, there are.
You do understand our definition of abundance, yes?
Enlighten me.
The ability to do what you need to do when you need to do it. Period. That's abundance. If you have the ability to do what you need to do when you need to do it, you're just as abundant as anyone. No matter what the form of abundance is. Doesn't matter.
I've had other experiences that were very miserable, but
How exciting.
lost all hope in any sort of,
That's also exciting.
which when I saw 3 different events, but 3 extraterrestrial, 3 UFOs,
Yes. And then?
that gave me hope.
No, you gave yourself hope. But hope isn't what you really need. What you need is to know yourself and to understand that you are never alone and that you always have reflections that will guide you. That's what you need to know. Yes? I understand what you mean by hope, but hope implies doubt.
Well, I had twin baby girls born to me 4 years ago.
All right, congratulations.
And then the mother took them away from me. That pulled me out of my hole, out of all the despair.
Again, you need to understand how to stay in a positive state. Because again, you also need to take responsibility for the choices you make and the consequences of those choices. Because you're co-creating. But it doesn't mean everything is lost. It simply means you need to adjust your frequency to be the frequency and the state of being of your true positive self, and then trust that synchronicity will bring you what you need. You're just getting the reflections of the states of being that you're going through, that you're choosing for yourself. You're getting those reflections. Because if a circumstance happens and you automatically define it as negative, then you have just proven that you are very willing to go into a negative state of being. You haven't changed. Remember,
Yeah.
the measure of change is not whether the outside changes. The measure of change is whether you respond in the way that you prefer to, regardless of whether the outside changes or no matter how it looks. That's the proof you've changed.
I don't know if I can get it back, the drive, the
Sure you can.
how.
Is anything exciting to you at all? Anything at all?
This,
Well, what's this?
I'm coming here to speak with
All right, well,
Crespo.
after you are done with this particular encounter,
Back to nothing.
what will you do that is exciting? What can you choose that's more exciting than any other option in your life? Doesn't have to be a big thing. What normal, typical thing will have even just the tiniest bit more excitement in it than anything else? Just pick something that has more excitement than anything else, no matter what it is. Could be as simple as taking a walk. Could be as simple as phoning a friend. Could be as simple as eating a meal. Could be as simple as reading a book or browsing through a store. Just look at the options you have available to you when you are done with the encounter and pick the one that has just a little bit more excitement and act on that first to the best that you are able, taking it as far as you can till you can take it no further. Do so with absolutely no insistence on what you think the outcome ought to be. And when that excitement seems to go away, then stop, look at the options, pick the next thing that contains more excitement, even just a little bit than any other option, act on that next. Just keep doing that and you will keep moving forward. In the energy of excitement, it will expand, it will grow, it will bring you through synchronicity more opportunities for bigger excitement. And then magical synchronous things will happen that you didn't even imagine were possible when it gets big enough. But you have to start the ball rolling by taking the first step. If you don't take the step, you're not going to experience the chain and the path of excitement. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's that simple.
Yeah.
Start simple. If you don't know what to do, start simple. You can always go back to simple and just start again and let it grow. It will grow naturally. But you have to pay attention to yourself at every moment, because if something occurs, if something crops up that you would formerly have labeled automatically as negative, you have to stop doing that. And you have to know that even though it might be something negative that you observe, might be something you don't prefer, that's just a neutral observation. It doesn't have any effect on you unless you choose to match the frequency. So just observe it, learn something from it, find out why it would be there, because it might just be there to test yourself, to see if you really are willing to change regardless of how things look. Willing to be happy regardless of what other people say this must mean. Don't buy into other people's definitions. Create your own definitions of what it might mean for you. Even if you don't have a specific one, just know that it has to serve you in a positive way somehow. And it will give you a benefit. You'll eventually figure that out. But you've got to stop yourself from labeling things negative automatically. Yes?
Yes.
So that's the process that you can follow that can be of assistance to you, if you choose to do that. Does that help?
Yeah, it does.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My question is with regard to having multiple highest joys at different times. And
Yes. Multiple expressions of one highest joy. Anytime you appear to have different things that have equal amounts of excitement and joy, they might simply be different expressions of one overriding highest joy that you haven't yet actually labeled or identified.
I see.
For example, someone may bounce all around between the idea of painting, singing, writing, and they say, oh, well, I have all these highest joys. No, they have one highest joy of expressing communication creatively. And painting, singing, and writing are simply different expressions of that one highest joy. Knowing it that way can help remove the confusion about which way to go. Because if you understand that all of these things may be simply different expressions of one highest joy, then it doesn't matter which one you do at any given moment.
see.
Does that help?
Yes.
All right.
Thank
Go
you,
ahead.
Bashar. My other question
Yes.
is with regard to helping to better incorporate your teachings, and the mantra that you provided just now
Yes.
will be of great help. And,
All right. Use it if you wish.
And all the tools and just reviewing your material will be of great help. I was also wondering if there will be any opportunities to be among your people as a kind of study abroad type situation.
Eventually.
In order to learn by example and better internalize.
Eventually.
Okay.
Somewhere before your year of 2033.
Thank you, Bashar.
Thank you.
Hello, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
So good to talk to you.
And you as well.
I got two quick questions. The first one is I'm facing a challenge right now.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, I know it. Thank you. And it's really
exciting?
If you say so.
Thank you. Do you say so?
No, I don't.
Oh, all right. Your choice.
It's I'm I'm trying to quit smoking, and I'm
Trying?
really trying.
I see.
And I'm on these pills that help suppress the cravings, and
All
those
right.
have helped a bit.
All right.
This is the first time that I've really decided and committed.
Yes.
And so I'm down. I've gone down, and the latest one is I got down from 12 to 3,
Oh,
and then
all
I
right.
got down from 3 to 1.
Yes.
And then I went up again to 3.
All right.
And the cravings just take over my body, and I'm just like, I can't think unless I.
Oh, all right.
And
Would
what
you
do I do?
like to do a completely thorough detoxification of your body?
No, but I'm willing.
No?
Doesn't
There's
sound
that
like
wonderful
fun. It
paradoxical
doesn't sound
language
like
again.
fun to me.
No, but I'm willing. No, but yes. Yes, but no.
I'm just being honest. It
Thank
doesn't
you.
sound like fun. However,
Let me ask you.
Yes.
Why are you uncertain about being willing to do a detoxification if the detoxification might remove the craving?
Because it sounds like it won't feel good.
Why do you think that?
That's a good point, because I haven't.
Thank
done
you.
one.
Who told you that detoxification has to feel bad?
I did.
Yeah, why?
So I guess so. I wouldn't do it.
Thank you. Because you don't want to stop.
Well, part of me absolutely doesn't want to stop.
There are no part of you.
Oh.
There is you or there is not you.
Okay.
You see, this is part of the problem that you're having. Is you're not defining yourself holistically, but you're defining yourself as a bunch of conflicting parts.
Uh-huh.
So if you define yourself holistically and really be honest, as you say, then you will honestly admit the you are now doesn't want to stop.
Okay, I do admit that.
Thank you. Now, there is another you that does want to stop, but even more important than that, there is another you that never started. You understand?
No.
All right, let us explain. This is what we euphemistically call in your language the 13th step. Some of you are ready for this, some of you are not. It's all right, no judgment. But let us explain this idea and see if your mind can wrap around it.
Okay. Yes.
All right? All right. You understand the idea that we have expressed many times that any change is a total change?
Yes.
Yes? Or yes?
Yes. Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Then explain it to me.
Oh, shoot.
You see, there's going to be a test on some of this.
Well, when you change it,
Because you might just be blowing smoke in my eye.
I might be. When you change something, you've said it's a total change because it shifts it from one thing to another.
What does that mean? What do you mean one thing
Okay,
to
I'm
another?
busted.
Thank you. Very good. Thank you for being truly honest. Here's what we mean. Imagine, in your mind's eye, a blue cube. Do you see it?
Yes.
All right. It has 6 blue sides. Yes?
Yes.
All right. Now, imagine in your mind's eye a cube with 5 blue sides and 1 red one. Do you see it?
Yes.
All right. Now, there are 2 ways primarily to look at this. You could say that there is a blue cube and you have made one small change to that blue cube by changing one of its sides to red. But it's the same cube with just one small change, a red side. Or you could say, wait a minute, a totally blue cube and a cube with 5 blue sides and 1 red one are 2 completely different cubes.
Yes.
Completely different cubes. One has nothing to do with the other. They're 2 completely different cubes, 2 completely different realities, 2 completely different universes unto themselves, each with their own qualities, intact, having nothing to do with one another. You follow me?
Yes.
So, when we talk about the idea that every change is a total change, the idea is that if you take one thing, you can think you're making a small change in that thing, or you can realize that if you change anything, you've changed the whole thing to another thing altogether, in another reality altogether, with its own unique qualities, having nothing to do with the cube that was there a moment ago. You follow me so far?
Yes.
So, this also is done with yourself as a personality. You must understand that what you are as a person, what you are as a personality, is an artificial construct. It's a temporary mask that you're projecting with your consciousness. You follow me?
Yes.
All right. So the idea of the urge to smoke, the craving, that exists as a component in one personality equation. That personality equation is one person, a whole person, a complete person unto herself in her own universe.
Yes.
Now,
Okay.
there is also the idea that if you don't smoke, then there is also a universe for that person. A person who has quit smoking is its own idea. And one of the qualities of that description, one of the qualities of that equation is you are someone who used to smoke. That's a description unto itself.
Yes.
There is also another reality of a version of you that never did smoke. Ever. And so that person cannot have cravings because they never started smoking. You follow me?
Yeah.
All right. Now, the way to be that person is to understand the following notion. There is only here and now. You follow me?
Yes.
This is all there is. There is only one moment in creation. So anything you think of as a different moment, a different reality, is actually the same one moment from a different point of view.
Yes.
All right. Now, so you could say, all right, there is a version of me that does not smoke. And in understanding that everything exists only in the now, then you also understand that the concept of the past and the concept of the future are just illusionary.
Yes.
You follow me? All right. If you know that the past is illusionary, then you must also follow the next chain in the logic, which is the past does not create the present. Instead, if you only exist now and the past is an illusion, it's the present that creates the past. Every single person that you choose to be at any given moment has her own past, her own unique past, different from any other version's past. So if you choose to be a person that does not smoke now, you can also recognize that that person now must, by definition, have a past wherein she never did smoke. And that's why she doesn't smoke now.
Wow.
Yes.
So I have to convince myself of that.
Yes. But you see, it's not just a matter of convincing. It's simply a matter of recognizing what the actual nature and structure of existence actually is like. Because once you understand what I've explained to you, it will make total sense that what you define yourself to be now actually creates a new past for that new person. It has to. Because in a space-time frame reference, in order to be whoever it is you're defining yourself to be now, with respect to the idea of causality as you believe in it in space-time, to be who you are now, that person has to have had a specific kind of past in order to be that person, because you believe that the past creates the present. So use that belief to your advantage by knowing that if you change the person you are also allowing yourself to change the past that will then allow you to be the person you want to be in the present. By becoming someone who never smoked, and therefore why should she have cravings? She never smoked. When you are that person, the cravings won't exist because they're not a part of the equation that makes up the definition of who you are as a person, because they never did. Does this make some sense to your mind?
It does, and it seems like, wouldn't that be an amazing gift for that habit to give to me on the positive side?
Yes. Well, you see, that's why many of you do what you do. Remember that because of the kind of reality you have created and the kind of detachment that you have created and the kind of forgetfulness you have created for yourself about who you really are, you are still very, very clever and creative beings. And very often, if the only way to find out what you are is by finding out what you are not, then that's the way you'll do it. And so sometimes you will choose paths that would seem to be negative and detrimental and destructive to you so that you can finally get to a realization that really isn't who I prefer to be. And therefore, yes, it has served you in a positive way. And the fact that you just said that and had that recognition means that that recognition in that 1 second actually came from the reality of a person who never smoked. You follow me?
I do.
All right.
I do. That's
So,
good.
mull this around, see if that works for you, and if it does, go forth in that state of being. Why? Because circumstances don't matter. Only my state of being matters. What state of being do I prefer to be?
And I can't just be somebody who smokes one cigarette and get
You
through
can. Yes, you
get
can.
through the transformation.
That is an equally valid idea. Yes, yes, yes. That's an equally valid idea. Many of you have known of people who have drank and smoked and partied all night long and lived to be 100.
Yes.
And you go, how do they do that? Because they absolutely believe, absolutely are aligned with their belief system that they can do that and live to be 100. So the only question to ask yourself is, do you actually believe that you can have one cigarette every so often and also still go through the transformation in the way that you prefer to?
No, I don't.
There you go.
There you go.
So you have just revealed to yourself what the actual definition of the state of being is that you actually prefer. And so if you prefer that, suddenly the things that to the other you might seem onerous, such as a detox, to the new you will seem exciting, and you can't wait to do it because it's going to be fun, and I'm going to learn so much by doing it, and I'm going to feel so great when I do it, and it's going to be so much fun, and I'm going to have so much help, and it's going to be exactly the right place at the right time, and oh boy, I can't wait. Because that's the you prefer to be. Make sense?
Yes.
So remember, you cannot perceive what you are not the vibration of. Things are invisible to you when you're not in the proper vibratory state. But when you are the person you prefer to be, things that used to look one way to another you will look differently to the new one. So the you that says, well, that's going to be difficult, it's going to be unpleasant, that's the old you talking.
Right.
It's not the new you talking.
Right.
So when you truly choose to be the new you, you will see things in a different way. And you will experience things in a different way. You have sayings on your planet, don't you?
Yes.
One man's meat is another man's poison.
Yes.
Well, where do you think these ideas come from? The state of being utterly determines how you actually experience your reality. It has nothing to do with the thing itself. A detox is neutral. It's just a thing. It's just a circumstance. And what do we say about circumstance?
They don't matter.
They don't. Only the state
Only
of
the
being
state of being
matters.
Yes.
And that's what will determine how you experience the circumstance. Positive meaning in, positive effect out. Negative meaning in, negative effect out. Law of attraction. Third law of creation. What you put out is what you get back. Detox, label it positive, label it negative. The very same thing can go both ways. It can be the worst experience of your life. It can be the best experience of your life. It depends on where you are coming from. Make sense?
Yes.
Does this help you?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank
Was
you.
it good for you?
It was just as good for me. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you. The other quick question that I have is, as a channel, you know this. I've been writing a book on world peace
Yes.
for 15 years.
Yes.
When this is something I want to understand about that process. When my guides and unseen friends who are collaborating with me on this
Yes.
download a concept to me,
Yes.
and I just, in a sense, take down the download.
Yes.
Right? Then I go to my computer and I start to create an article out of it.
Yes.
Right, for the book.
Yes.
As I start to enter it,
Yes.
then I see that things are in something here and there is not in the right place. So I
All right.
change it. Right?
Yes.
Then the whole process becomes moving the sentences around
Yes.
until they go boing.
Yes.
That process can take 5 or 6 hours.
So,
Well,
let me ask
I
you a
was wondering
question.
if I'm doing
Let me
something
ask
wrong.
you a
Okay,
question.
Okay.
When you're doing it, does it seem like it actually took 5 or 6 hours, or are you just going off of the clock to figure that out? Does it feel like it took that long?
Only occasionally if I get a little frustrated because
All
it's
right.
not going fast
There's
enough.
your clue right there. Remember that when you live in the moment, time flies not because you're ignoring it, time flies because you're not creating as much of it. So when you live in the moment and what you're doing is fun, and you have fun with what you're doing, it will not seem to take very much time because you're not creating so much time in which to do it. When you get frustrated, you're falling back on your negative belief system and bringing up details that require time to look at in your processing. So, when you allow it to be a more holistic thing, time will collapse, you will not create as much of it. It will not matter how long it seems to take, because to you it will only seem fleeting. Nevertheless, if suddenly you find yourself getting frustrated and it feels like it's taking more time, then that's exactly the moment to stop and deal with the frustration itself and not keep going, because the writing has now been the process that put you in touch with what you really need to get in touch with, why you're frustrated. So that you can examine your belief system and then holistically come back into a state of being that will then allow you to collapse time again and continue on with the project.
And being the synergy.
Yes.
The synergy of
And
it.
that's collaboration. You see, your friends are not just downloading data, they are downloading energy that allows you to go through these processes so that you will actually be a better downloader. You follow me? They are clearing out the blockages. Just like a detox would.
Oh, I thought they were teaching me the concept by having me have to
They
come
are.
up with it.
They are, but they're giving
and
you
figure it
energy
out.
that urges you into those positions so that you have to face those issues. And when you face them, you're clearing out the blockages.
Oh, that's nice.
Well, yes. They're working with you on many different levels. All of you. They work with you on many different levels, not just the level your physical mind thinks it's being interacted with upon. Right. It's being interacted with upon many, many, many levels. And that's the result of one of the interactions. Coming to that point, coming to that realization, coming to those recognitions is the result of conversations you don't hear with your ears or your head, but conversations you hear with your heart, which is actually the seat of the soul. And it is from the heart that your mind ought to be taking directions, not the other way around. Make sense?
Yeah.
Does this help?
Yeah, I just thought they were making me understand the concept, like where it becomes second nature.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
By having to move it all around, because then
too.
I'm co-creating.
Yes.
and understanding.
It's a
and
collaboration
then
on many levels. Yes, not just this or that, this and that.
This and that.
This and that. If you want that to be another mantra, so be it.
This and that.
Not just this or that, this and that.
Yes, thank you.
Circumstances don't matter, only state of being matters, not this or that, this and that.
Wonderful, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Thank you.
We have discussed along this notion of living in the moment the idea that what you choose your state of being to be is of paramount importance. State of being is the most critical issue, which is why in The Secret it was mentioned that the secret to the secret was simply choosing to be happy. For no other reason other than that is your preferred state of being. Because there is no empirical physical reality, then state of being really becomes the only thing that determines the experience that you have in the idea of physical reality, because that's all it is. It's an experience, it's an idea. That is what is real about it, the experience. But physical reality itself is not real by itself on its own. As you choose the state of being that you prefer, or based on whatever beliefs you have within your physiological mind, personality, structure, as you choose beliefs that determine what your state of being will be, that, of course, is what determines how you experience this idea of yourself called physical reality. Because that's all it is. It's an experience of your own consciousness from a particular point of view, from a particular state of being that generates that kind of an effect within you, that you then call an externalized physical reality. Circumstances in physical reality, thus, are illusionary. They're just symbols. Again, as we have said many times, it's just a reflection based on what you are giving off. Now, The Secret calls this idea law of attraction the primary law. We refer to it as the third law of creation. It is, however, the first law of action, even within the four laws. Because the first law, that you exist, is simply a description of a state of being. The second law, that the one is all, the all are one, is also a description of the nature, of the structure of that state of being. But the third law, what you put out is what you get back, is the first law of action. And that is what is being said and the difference being made in The Secret by calling the law of attraction the first or primary law of the universe. Because it is the first law of action, and it's therefore the first law that actually brings about manifestational experience. Then the fourth law, everything changes except the first three laws, is what qualifies and colors that experience, what allows you different perspectives of the experience of creating the idea of physical reality. You will remember that what was also very important in The Secret was this idea that we talked about before about being passionate, as expressed in the concept of play, of playing with everything that happens in your reality, really having an attitude of gratitude toward it so that you receive every experience you have in a playful way, and thus by receiving it in that playful way can do that much more with it, be that much more creative with it, allow it to be that much more flexible, malleable, stretchable, changeable, formable. Play. That energy is what allows physical reality to become like clay. So play with the clay of physical reality. If you approach it from an energy state of being that is of a lower vibration, that's when the clay hardens. That's when it's unchanging in that state. But as soon as you start to be more playful with what's going on in your life, it softens and becomes clay-like, plastic, malleable, formable, changeable again, and gets in step with the fourth law, as you do. Change is the only constant. So in that sense, when you become more playful, you become more changeable. And as a result, your physical reality will mirror that changeability. Become easier to transform from one kind of reflection to another. Now, very important. This is where physical mind, once again, can sometimes get caught up in its own sense of control. And that is that when we talk about the idea that what you put out is what you get back, the physical mind, because again of how it looks at physical reality being the only thing there is, will assume that if it doesn't see an exact one-to-one reflection in the circumstances that surround you with what it is you believe you're giving off, you will think that something has failed. Again, I remind you, this is where you get caught in your own paradoxical trap. Even though it is true that what you put out is what you get back, and that by being in a certain state of being, that will determine what the circumstances around you are, the first stage of that, the first manifestation of that will be usually, especially in your world of space and time, usually the first reflection will look the same as it used to. Because this gives you an opportunity to reinforce the state of being by responding to the circumstances that look the same differently than you did before. And that is where you then allow the circumstances to truly reflect that you have changed and demonstrate that you truly have changed by responding to the circumstances differently, even if they look the same as they used to. That's how it works. So the first reflection will usually be an echo of how it used to look. You must not respond to the echo as if that's the representation of your new state. You must respond to it, in a sense, as if you know it's just an echo, and that what you're putting out now, the new response to the old circumstances, that will solidify the vibration of your preferred state of being and truly allow the circumstances to change themselves and take their cue from the new vibration you're putting out, which is the absolute certainty that you are different. Because if you respond to the old echo in the same way you used to, you are not different. So in a sense, it's like you're testing yourself. It's like you're giving yourself an opportunity to decide whether you really do want the circumstances to change by first presenting yourself very often with the same set of circumstances to see if you respond differently to them, making a clear commitment that you have, in fact, vibrationally changed your state of being. Once you have then done that and respond differently to the same set of circumstances, then you have established that you truly have changed, and then the circumstances can reflect that change. So don't be fooled by the echo into thinking you've done something wrong by labeling it in the same way you used to. Oh, I didn't see what I wanted to get immediately. It looks the same as it did before. The same people are here giving me the same kind of feedback. I must have done something wrong, or something's not working. Or you find that you're reacting to it in the same way you used to, because if you do, you have not changed. So that's the self-reinforcing mechanism that gives you the opportunity to decide whether you really want to change that circumstance or not. Because again, remember, all belief systems by definition are self-reinforcing. They have to be. If belief systems were not self-reinforcing and making themselves seem like the only thing there is to believe in, you wouldn't be able to have an actual distinct, discrete belief system experience. If beliefs did not come with a self-reinforcing mechanism, you wouldn't be able to have a discrete physical experience. And because they come with a self-reinforcing mechanism, when you change your vibrational state, one of the last things to fade will be the self-reinforcing mechanism. It will present the same scenario to you once again, but it will be presented not as a concrete reality, but only as an illusion, only as an echo of what was, to give you a chance to really decide that you will break through that self-reinforcing mechanism by defining and labeling it differently than you used to, proving that you have changed, thus allowing the reflection to then truly come. That's how that works. Use that mechanism to your advantage by understanding very clearly. And if you wish to use this almost as a mantra, you certainly may. Again, as we discussed last night, all of these things are nothing more than permission slips that, if you decide they work for you, if you decide they resonate according to your frequency, will simply allow you to permit yourself to change in the way you prefer to. The mantra doesn't do it for you. It simply is a reflection of the belief system within you that says this is what you will allow to give you permission, to give yourself permission to change in the way you wish to. So use this as a mantra if you wish, if it works for you, knowing that you're doing it if you need it at all. And that is, again, the idea, not even so much the statement that circumstances do not determine state of being determines circumstances. Now you can use that, however, we would also suggest something even simpler and something even stronger, and that is simply, and the mantra is this: circumstances don't matter. Only state of being matters. And again, listen to the way that this synchronistically translates in your English language. Circumstances don't matter. They do not create materialization. Only state of being matters. Only state of being materializes experience. So, the mantra is, anytime you find yourself doubting, stuck, fearful, because of what you believe the situation is, what you believe the circumstances are, you can, if you wish, use this little reminder. Circumstances don't matter. Only state of being matters. And then choose the state of being you prefer. And then redefine the circumstances from that state of being, so that you can erase the echo and allow the true reflection to then take form from your state of being. Circumstances don't matter. Only state of being matters. Now, we apologize if what we are about to do with you to some of your physical minds may sound, a little cultish. It isn't meant this way. It's simply meant to express to you something very important. It's one thing very often to your physical minds when you hear someone else's voice say something. It's another when your own voice says it. So, repeat out loud after me. Circumstances don't matter.
Circumstances don't matter.
Only my state of being matters.
Only my state of being matters.
Now, do it with excitement in a calm way. Because what this begets is simple certainty. Repeat. Circumstances don't matter. Only my state of being matters. One more time. Circumstances don't matter. Only my state of being matters. One more time. Circumstances don't matter. Only my state of being matters. Understand. When you say this to yourself in your own vibrational voice, you will start to listen. Because what you're doing by making this statement is what we talked about earlier. You are voicing a message from the higher self in language the physical mind understands. This mantra and all mantras of this nature are exactly that kind of tool. It is a way of translating for the physical mind in terms it can understand a communication from the higher self. That's why they're powerful, if you agree that it's a permission slip that works for you. So, anytime you find yourself in doubt, in fear, confused about the circumstances going on, stop. Say to yourself, out loud, no matter how many people might think you're crazy. Yes, of course, yes, of course, yes, of course, you can say it inside your head if you wish to. But if you're really being bold, and if it's really important to you to have the reality you prefer, then make a commitment and say it out loud. You don't have to shout, you don't have to scream. But stop and say, circumstances don't matter. Only my state of being matters. What state of being do I prefer? Then choose. And as you choose, behave that way toward the circumstances. You will be amazed at how quickly it will evaporate. You will take people off guard. At the very least, they might say, "Oh, she's crazy," and move away. And then you won't have to deal with them anymore. So one way or another, it will create the bubble reality of your preferred vibration, and will act as an organizing principle and driving engine to move out of that bubble any vibration that is incompatible. It is one of the strongest, most centering statements you can make for yourself. Circumstances don't matter. Only my state of being matters. What state of being do I prefer? Then behave that way. That's all there is to that idea of centering. That's all there is to the idea of redefining, re-identifying yourself, and remaining on the cutting edge, the leading edge, the crest of the wave of the transformation. That's really all it takes. Now, to whatever degree your physical mind's belief system will allow you to believe that is your process to work on, if such a process is even needed. But I guarantee you, if you can truly, as you say, get into the absolute certainty of that statement, if you can truly understand that it is a true message from your higher self in physical mind terminology, and you truly pay attention to it, don't just get caught up in rote repetition until your voice becomes a droning thing you no longer hear. But when you truly say it in your own voice and truly listen to your own voice and pay attention to the vibration of your own voice saying it, you will hear the truth in it. And as soon as you really hear the truth in it, you will feel your entire physical being go, oh, I don't have to try so hard. It doesn't matter what the circumstances are. Only my state of being matters. Oh, oh, joy. What is this feeling? What is this feeling? Oh my gosh, it's so foreign. Joy? Unbridled, unconditional love and joy. I'm tingling. You know, I like this sensation. I think I'll create more of it. Now, then. We love your paradoxical language. No wonder you're so confused. Now, then. Now or then? All right.